Whitney Dean's EastEnders exit, labeled the worst ever by fans, sees her leave Walford with daughters Brittany and Dolly. Actress Shona McGarty ends her 16-year role after dramatic storylines, including Zach Hudson's betrayal. Despite fan criticism, Whitney's departure leaves an open door for her return. Fans of EastEnders describe Whitney Dean's farewell episode as the worst ever, yet I couldn't disagree more. Fans watched as Whitney Dean boarded a red bus and permanently left Walford with her two daughters, Brittany and Dolly. After 16 years in the role, actress Shona McGarty waved goodbye to EastEnders, marking the end of an era. Shona made her exit from the BBC soap opera known in December of last year, and her plot has been full of highs and lows leading up to her farewell moments. In recent weeks, Whitney gave birth to a daughter, learned that her fiancé Zach Hudson, James Farrar, had an affair with her maid of honor, Lauren Branning, and that her adoptive mother Bianca Jackson was aware of the affair but had chosen to keep it a secret. Well, it makes sense why she chose to leave Albert Square. Whitney's dramatic departure was shown on Thursday by the BBC. Shona McGarty stated she won't watch it until the weekend. Following a brief farewell celebration at the Queen Vic Whitney, everyone applauded and wished her success as she made her way along the Market Street. She boarded the bus headed for Wakefield, where she would start a new life with her two girls. Whitney responds, "We'll figure something out. We always do." Brittany glances up at her mother as the theme song softly plays in the background. "There isn't a duff moment, it just finishes, and I'm crying uncontrollably." On social media, though, soap opera fans referred to the exit as the worst ever. Shona McGarty's final episode might very possibly be one of the worst episodes I've ever endured, a fan commented on X, #EastEnders. This is possibly up there with the worst ending, especially for Whitney, someone else commented. I'm surprisingly not a fan of EastEnders. A few months ago, I never would have sat down to watch an episode of Whitney, but over the past several weeks, I have been following the narrative of her departure. However, I did, and for some reason, I became further drawn to Whitney's story. I kept asking myself, how is she going to leave? Is Bianca staying in Walford? What will happen to Zach? The actress who played Whitney, Shona McGarty, was the reason I got so involved. See her remembrance concert at the Royal Albert Hall and you'll thank me later. She's an incredible singer and actress. Now that she's reportedly joining the cast of Strictly Come Dancing, I'm really interested in seeing what she does next. Fans of EastEnders may have called it the worst exit ever, since, for once, there was a happy ending. It would have been more dramatic and fans would have been pleased if she had perished after getting hit by a bus on her way to her new life. I now count myself among the many EastEnders fans who adore Whitney. It's the greatest idea ever to leave the door open for her to return to Albert Square. Reporter Natalie Dixon covers lifestyle for National World. You can follow Natalie Dixon on X by clicking this link if you enjoyed this post and would like to read more about soap operas, celebs, and lifestyle. Additionally, you can subscribe to her free weekly fashion and beauty column, which is published every Wednesday in the National World Today email and has all the most recent fashion and beauty news. As Harvey gets about to shatter Jean's heart in EastEnders, a new cheating scandal is revealed. As we previously announced, Bharti Patel, a former Doctor's actress, will be appearing in the BBC One serial opera as a new character named Maya Howson. Harvey and the villainous Dean Wicks clashed in the last few months when the latter accused Harvey of tampering with his daughter Jade's medication. Feeling helpless and without any other option, Jean departed Walford to spend a few weeks with her family. In later sequences, Jean considers Harvey's loneliness and notes that, since his two closest pals, Mitch Baker and Rocky Cotton, left, he hasn't had many friends in Albert Square. He meets Maya by chance on Bridge Street and offers to pay her taxi fare. The two click right away. Why? Since they both have a passion for Tottenham Hotspurs. Later, Martin accepts to go out for a pint with Harvey, but they have to call it quits when Zach loses it over Whitney's departure. Fortunately, Things improve when Maya shows up. She brings a vintage football program with her, and the two wax poetic about the game. Harvey is delighted to present Maya to Jean. Although courteous, she leaves them to go live with an equally inquisitive Kat since she has doubts about their connection. Is Jean concerned that their friendship will get too close? Zach from EastEnders lashes out at Lauren as Whitney leaves. After Whitney Dean's departure from EastEnders, Zach Hudson is expected to take a shot at Lauren Branning the following week. In Thursday's episode, Whitney moved out of Albert Square to begin a new life with Brittany and Dolly after learning on her wedding day that Zach had slept with Lauren. Although she departed on better terms with both of them, she informed Zach that their relationship would never work out again and told Lauren that their friendship was ended. Lauren and Zach will be in a horrible place in next week's episodes because of their part in Whitney's departure. Cindy continues to make hurtful remarks about Lauren, and Peter makes an effort to encourage her. Zach, meantime, attempts to use wine to dull his pain and becomes inebriated at the Albert. Felix proposes Lauren take him home as he can't get in touch with Sharon or Martin. When they get to Zach's house, Lauren is shocked when he makes a move on her, but when she turns him down, the atmosphere shifts. When Lauren acknowledges that she had some influence on Whitney's decision to go, Zach becomes enraged and yells in her face. A trembling after Lauren tells Peter about Zach's impulsive outburst, Peter travels to the apartment to speak with him. Zach is devastated and starts crying when Peter tells him what he did when he was intoxicated. Lauren consents to spend the evening with Peter since she appreciates his unwavering support. Later in the week, Lauren encounters additional hostility from the Beals because Cindy is still unkind and uncourteous. Peter stands up for her against his mother, even threatening to move out if she isn't able to treat his child's mother with respect. Lauren expresses gratitude to Peter for supporting her after a trying week as they get closer. Will Lauren and Zach be able to move on after Whitney leaves? Please subscribe our channel.